Over the centuries, as daily commodities and life's pleasures have become easier and easier to attain, we have taken for granted that there is beauty and an art in all things that we do. Whether baking bread, drinking coffee, listening to music, reading books, or even just beautifying the home or community. I'm Dr. Larissa Fedoryka, and I'm your new arts and culture correspondent here at LSN TV. It's our desire to slow life down a little so that we can encounter God in the small things in life. And what better time to air our first story than in the season of hope? I would like to take you to a small town in Ohio, which, in its own way, might be considered a reflection of the world we live in today. Home to Dean Martin, Steubenville was once a thriving steel town with broad lanes and gorgeous Victorian houses. But due to the industrial collapse of the steel mills and small mom-and-pop shops closing down due to the convenience of shopping malls, Steubenville has become a shadow of itself, a man on his last leg. But that hasn't prevented one man from building a future for his children, providing beauty and, dare I say, a little Christmas magic for his community.
Our little town here had been gutted by the steel mills closing, right in the middle of the Rust Belt. And, there were between 30 and 50,000 people employed, and all those jobs are gone. People lost hope. It really left the community, I think, devastated. So we're not just revitalizing old buildings and streets, but actually really the heart of our community. We've been working towards revitalization, really as a mission to build and beautify our community here in Steubenville. One day at a meeting, our mayor basically had said, what if we take little nutcrackers and put them in some of the empty storefronts downtown Steubenville, and people will come and actually see these little nutcrackers. And I left the meeting thinking to myself that, what if we could do big nutcrackers?
Mark came to us and asked us if we could figure out how to make a 6-foot-tall nutcracker. We all kind of put our skills together and figured out how to make this, and once we had a process figured out, I became the main one kind of in charge of making these. We've made about 200 nutcrackers in the past 7 years. I'd have to say one of my favorites would have to be the Mouse King, the really big one. He's from the Nutcracker Suite. So most of the ideas come from the sponsors themselves. Sometimes a sponsor will come to us with a small existing nutcracker and say, hey, can you make a big version of this? And we'll find sponsors also for ones we've already made.
This year you did something a little bit different. You had a contest. Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah, so we had a design your own nutcracker contest, and everyone got to decorate a small wooden one. And the winner of the Design Your Own Nutcracker contest would get their design made into a large, full-size nutcracker. The one we ended up picking was this peacock design nutcracker, and really happy with how it turned out.
So when we started the Nutcracker Village in 2015, we did not advertise it because we were kind of afraid this would be the laughingstock of the valley. So we were pleasantly surprised when the city showed up. And it was the first time in my life that I saw anybody from every class, every demographic, every group in Steubenville. So it was locals, it was downtown people, it was Franciscan students, it was Franciscan faculty, it was Christians, non-Christians. Everybody came down and could experience this event together and could experience the community together. And I think that was hope-inducing for all of us, to know that Steubenville would come together.
We just kind of put them out and hoped that people would come visit and see them. And that very night, everybody that was there experienced the change. It allowed us to see the hope that sprang in people's eyes and the love of their community that began again, and gave me the confidence to purchase a big commercial building and try and revitalize it with my family. So this very building now has a coffee shop, a coffee roasting company, our popcorn store, and it has a Christmas store. The second floor is meeting rooms, the third floor is a ballroom. This is only possible because of the tourism that's occurred because of the Nutcracker Project. And that's being replicated. I think there's between 30 and 40 buildings that have actually sold in downtown Steubenville in the last 5 or 6 years. Now they're not all fixed yet, they're not all open yet, but it's exciting to see other people get involved because of the Nutcracker Village and because of some of the risks that we took. There's many more people involved now. Basically we have a blank canvas, and it's just we need artists to come and help us paint.
And in addition to just setting the Nutcrackers out in the village, we have Polar Express hay rides, we have a children's corner that offers free activities, photos with Santa, games, crafts, face painting. The whole goal of the event is to create an Eastern European feel. So we've brought a lot of aspects from different Eastern European countries and their Christmas traditions to our event. Some of my favorites are our Glühwein Garden, which is German spiced wine, Christkindl Market, which is put on by the local Fort Steuben. My hope for the Nutcracker Village is that it is not just a Christmas event and that it becomes a way of life in Steubenville, that this is a place to be, this is a place where you will find community, where you will find culture, where you will find people that will love life with you and always work on bringing beauty into the world, that there is no downtown so ugly that we can't find beauty in it.
Really, the Nutcrackers are the instrument to really bring people together at Christmas. You end up seeing families together. You see generations of families holding hands, walking down the street, taking photographs, doing selfies. But what you're seeing is love, you're seeing hope, you're seeing togetherness, you're seeing family. It provides that place for love and hope to grow.